Today, I am going to share with you the step-by-step process of the tourist visa application of my mother so that she can come here in Europe and visit us. Hi everyone, my name is Kim and I'm a Filipina living here in Slovakia. And in this channel, I am creating videos about my adventures and experiences here in Europe. Last summer, my Filipino mother came here in Europe to visit us for the very first time and also to meet my baby Oliver. If you're interested of watching the video of our adventure, I will leave the link in the description below. By the way, this video is brought to us by REMITLY, my go-to application when I need to send money to the Philippines. It is perfect for all of the OFWs and Filipinos abroad who needs to send money to their families back in the Philippines. What I like most about REMITLY are that the fees are very cheap, the exchange rates are the best, and the transfer is very fast. Sometimes it's just take about 1 hour for my family to receive the money that I send to them. So if you need to send money to your family in the Philippines, try using REMITLY and you can have 15 euros off 15 euros off on your first transfer by using my link in the description below. So going back, I made this video because I receive a lot of queries from you guys how my mother applied for her tourist visa to come here in Europe. So I thought that it would be a great help for other foreigners or Filipinos who wants their family to come here in Europe and visit them. So let me start by describing my situation because it would highly depend on what kind of situation you have. So for me, I have been living here in Slovakia for almost 4 years now, and so I have a permanent resident visa. While my husband is a Slovak citizen, thus he is also considered as a European Union citizen. And my mother applied for a tourist visa not on a basis of family reunification but just with a normal Schengen Tourist Visa. Why not family reunification, you might ask? Because family reunification is only applicable for direct families of the European citizen. So it would be the spouses, the children, the parents, or the siblings. So since it is my husband who is the European citizen, mother-in-law is not considered as a direct family member. So this will have a big difference in the application process of the tourist visa, so just bear it in mind. Stay with me until the very end and I will explain the difference between applying as a family member or not. So let us begin with a list of documents that you would need to prepare beforehand. But please note that by the time that you're watching this video, I don't know when it would be, the information might be already outdated. So I highly recommend that you check with the embassy that you're going to apply the visa for the updated information. So these are the documents that you will be needing. So let me explain one by one the documents that you will need. First, it is the application form. This is pretty straightforward. I have downloaded my application form from the Czech embassy in Manila. It is available online and I was actually in contact with them through email before I was applying because I have few questions that I needed answers. They were really efficient with their replies. So if you also have questions that are very unique to you, I highly recommend that you contact them as well. Just take note that it's not indicated in the website how many application form you need to accomplish, but for the sake of being sure, I did 2 application forms, both in original. But I think when my mother submitted the documents to the agency, they only asked for 1. But to be sure, just make 2 copies. Second is the invitation letter. This is very useful, especially if you are a European citizen and you are inviting your family, friends, or whoever that is coming here in the European Union country or here in Slovakia. In the invitation letter that I made for my mother, both me and my husband signed the letter, although it was mostly my husband who is inviting my mother to come here in Slovakia. In the letter, it is also very important that you indicate what would be the purpose of the stay of your whoever is you're inviting. For example, for my mother, I indicated that she will be visiting us here so she can meet my baby Oliver, and because that I haven't been in the Philippines for a very long time, so it would be great that she come and visit us. And then I also indicated the travel dates, the when she is arriving and when is she coming back to the Philippines. That is very important. And what is she gonna do here, if she's going to travel outside Slovakia or will be visiting other countries. So it's also indicated in that invitation letter, sort of like an itinerary of her travel here in Slovakia or in Europe in general. Another thing that I indicated in the invitation letter that is also important, and so do not forget, is that we are fully supporting her from finances or other miscellaneous expenses that she will incur here, from accommodation, food, even the flight tickets, all the expenses that she will incur when we travel. It is indicated in the invitation letter that we will shoulder all those expenses. Moreover, aside from those information that I wrote in the letter, I also attached some documents as a proof. That includes the copy of our house title and IDs and passports that shows the address of our house here in Slovakia. And I think this is very important because the embassy needs to make sure that we really have a place here in Slovakia that can accommodate her when she is here. Now, if you are just renting a place here in Slovakia, then you will just need to provide a copy of your rent contract and a copy of your IDs with the address in it as well. Then I also included a copy of my bank statements for the last 3 months to show my financial capacity to support her while she is here. Since my mother is retired already in the Philippines, she doesn't have the means to, she doesn't have those documents that would prove that she has the financial capacity to come and live here for the next 3 months. So I had to provide it myself. Someone asked me how much should be the money in the bank account to prove your financial capacity. To be honest, I'm not really sure how much. There is no clear guidelines in the website or everywhere I try to find. There is not a specific amount of money that should be in your bank account for the last 3 months, but somebody from the forums and the blogs I read before that it should be at least 500,000 pesos in your bank account. I also attached a copy of my marriage certificate with my Slovak husband. This is not a written requirement from the website or from any of the guidelines, but I wanted to prove the legitimacy of my connection with my husband, who is a Slovak citizen. So that's why I also included our marriage certificate. Lastly, of course, I have mentioned already in the beginning, I just don't want to forget that I also attached a copy of my IDs, my husband IDs, and our passports in the invitation letter. Number 3 is proof of travel. I actually bought the ticket of my mother in advance. It's quite a risky thing to do because there is no guarantee that we will be approved with a visa, but the fare that time when I bought the ticket was really competitive, so I just bought it. This is a question that I get a lot, if it's really needed to buy the ticket in advance. It's actually written or advised by the embassy that you shouldn't buy the ticket in advance because there's a possibility that you can get rejected from your application, which would be really shame if you bought the ticket. So they just require like a travel itinerary or a flight reservation with a possibility to cancel it. But for me, I think, in my opinion, I think it helped a lot that I bought her ticket in advance because that proves more that she does not have any intention, or we do not have any intention of her staying here for more than the 90 days allowed for the tourist visa. So she already have a return ticket and she will go back to the Philippines on that day. My baby is awake, so hold on. Okay. So we have a guest. My baby woke up already from his sleep and I just really want to finish this video already. So please welcome our guest for today, my baby Oliver. Say hi, love. Love, say hi. The fourth one is travel insurance. It is mandatory that you buy a travel insurance when you travel here in Europe. That's the thing that you really need. And it's also needed when you submit your application. They will look for it. And when you are choosing for the travel insurance, it is necessary that it covers at least 30,000 euros and COVID hospitalization. It must be clearly written in the contract. It doesn't matter where you buy the travel insurance, but for me, I bought it really cheap. I will leave the link in the description below if you want to check it out. Number 5 is the proof of your social professional status. This will depend of your situation, right? But it just means that you need to provide a document showing whether you are employed, or you're self-employed, or you have a business, you're a student, or you're a retiree. I think the very purpose of this requirement is to show that you have a life in the Philippines and that you do not have any intention of coming here in the Europe and stay for an indefinite period of time illegally, so you have something to come back in the Philippines. So for my mother, she's a housewife. She doesn't have a work in the Philippines. So she doesn't have any income as well, stable income. So what we provided is her monthly statement of SSS. So if you're from the Philippines, you would know what is SSS. So we just provided that. Number 6 are other documents that shows or that prove the will to return to the Philippines. These are also documents that are not specifically indicated in the website of the embassy, but I thought that it would be really nice to include them in the application so that, you know, it could prove that my mother will never intend to stay in the European Union for more than she is allowed to. So what I added are the marriage contract of my parents, birth certificate of my siblings, because I have 2 siblings in the Philippines. It just goes to show that she has a life there and she will really go back when it's time. Next is 2 passport size photographs. So the sizes of the photos are really specific. So if you're going to, I don't know, Photoshop, you will have your photos taken. So just mention to the person who's taking the photo that it has to be specifically for Schengen Visa. Schengen Tourist Visa. The size is, I think, 3.5 centimeters by 4.5 centimeters. But please, when you are watching this video, it may change already. So please check the website for the updated information. Lastly is a photocopy of the applicant's passport. It is important to note that... Yeah? What do you want to say? Yeah, I know. It is important that the passport is valid for at least 3 months before your travel dates. So these are the documents that I have to prepare in advance for my mother's visa application. So when they're all ready, I send them to the Philippines because I prepared them while I'm here in Slovakia. And then I mail them to the Philippines and also book an appointment for her in the agency. This is the big difference when you are applying for on the basis of family reunification, or meaning you are a family you're a family member of a European citizen. Because if you are, then you don't have to go through agency. You can go directly to the embassy to apply for a visa, and you don't have to pay any visa fee. It is for free. Visa fee, it is for free. So you don't have to pay any visa fee at all. All the processing are for free. The required documents though are all the same. I think it's just that better for them to go to the embassy directly because you cut the cost, and also maybe, just maybe, there's a greater possibility that you will be approved because you're a family member of a European citizen. For example, when I applied for a tourist visa for the very first time, yeah, mommy applied for tourist visa. Yeah, when I came here in Slovakia, very first time, I think it was 2019, 2018, I don't remember anymore. I applied for a tourist visa as well, but on the basis of family reunification, and I had my visa approved for 3 days only. So it was really quick, and I didn't pay anything. But if you are not a family member, then you go through agency, you book the appointment, and you pay the fees, and you wait for the updates from the embassy and the agency, whether you're approved or not. So we booked an appointment with VFS agency. They are the accredited agency of Czech embassy in Manila. The appointment fee is for 700 pesos. So that's just an appointment fee. And then on the day of her appointment, when she needs to submit the documents already, she was also asked for 1,350 pesos for the processing fees. I don't know what is it for, but she just have to pay it. And then she also need to pay for a visa fee of 4,850 pesos that time. Yeah, it was 4,850. Yeah, I know it was expensive. But this change depends on the exchange rate, so please check the website of the embassy that you're applying to. And then after about a week or so, I think her visa is already approved and we are all happy. And so that's it. That's how we applied for her Schengen Tourist Visa, so she can come here and visit us. Mom, yes. And for this year, she's gonna do it again. She's coming again, hopefully. Yes, so that she can see Oliver again, because Oliver is excited to see Lola. Yes? You excited to see Lola? Yeah? So I hope that this guide was helpful to you guys. If you have any questions, just leave it in the comment section below, and I will try to answer it if I know the answer, of course. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you again next time. Ciao! Say bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye. Papa. Bye-bye. Bye.